His background in Sullivan and the Chicago architect pioneers, but also getting educated at IIT and truly understanding and believing in the work of Mies van der Rohe. And those two things, I think, come together in John's work.
He's the youngest of 7 children. He was the son of an immigrant from Italy. My grandfather immigrated here in the early 1900s from Sicily.
His father had a brickyard, so he grew up amongst construction. And when it came time to go to college, he was going to go to a school in the neighborhood. Why not? So he's at IIT. He's amongst Mies van der Rohe and some of the great people of architecture and architectural thought of that time.
He's a pioneer of the preservation movement. This 24-year-old kid was marching and protesting against the destruction of the Stock Exchange buildings, a moment in the history of Chicago that really set in motion the preservationist movement.
John was the person who helped articulate that these buildings from our past were not throwaway buildings, but these were buildings that defined our city and the architects and the buildings that came after them.
Then the Art Institute commissioned John to salvage the trading room, which is a big space, and put it in, at that time, their new addition.
Reconstructing the trading room at the Art Institute was certainly a huge challenge, but what a gift to the city of Chicago to be able to walk into that room and to hear the voices from the past and to sense the space and the activity that went on there. This talent he has for installation design within museums. He has great instinct, built on a real knowledge of architecture and of space, and combined, he's able to make magic.
I think of his architecture as sort of architecture without fingerprints. John's ideal is it sort of looks perfect, it's a gem, but he's not about signature and flourish. It's all kind of very reserved.
The Arts Club, I think it combines his sensibilities with regard to art and preservation and design and of course architecture. It's a part of the art heritage of Chicago for all time.
The Sullivan book is really an incredible contribution to the architectural history and the cultural history of the United States.
John Vinci is one of our great treasures here in the city of Chicago.
He is a man of principle. He is somebody who holds people to a high ideal. And if somebody does something that he feels is not in the best interest professionally or historically, he's not afraid to let them know in no uncertain terms.
He's been like the protector of our architectural history here in the city.
He's an inspiring mentor and model for how an architect can make a difference.
This organization will never find anybody more perfect to be honored for an extraordinary career. A career that has done so much for Chicago and that combines the elements of architecture, design, art, preservation. He's really quite a distinctive character to have come along.